or was it later on within, it was early morning yesterday. Yeah, it was early morning yesterday. I got this message, and it was relating to your stolen inheritance. Now, now the spirit was letting me know that it was never stolen, for one, but they were trying to steal it. Okay, like all these, when you had all these gang stalkers, you had all these people involved according to your demise of trying to set you up and trying to like put poison in your food, or in your drinks. They trying to set you up with all these hitman agents, to get you somewhere in a certain location to try some BS. But you already caught on to that because the Most High ordered your steps and kept you safe. But here's a twist to it. See, some folks had your documents. Okay? Some folks had your documents, okay? Because when this person passed away, whatever person it was, okay, they had you in the will in the papers that a lot of your folks were reading. There was one individual that kept your documents, and they tried to hide it, and they tried to bury it somewhere. Okay? They tried to bury it in the ground. And for some of you guys, they tried to hide it in the tombstone of the person who died. They tried to literally, like, you know how you go up there and you say your little ones or twos, to the individual who passed away, right? Like everybody line up and they go and they say they want to tell them, right? This person had slipped the documents in the tombstone and walked away. And for some of you guys, they went out in the forest somewhere, like somewhere far out. They traveled somewhere, went out somewhere, some far out, maybe to some islands or in a forest type of place. And they tried to dig, in the ground, and they tried to hide your documents in the ground, under dirt. And did some type of ritual as if you would never, ever in day find out, what was left for you and what you have, right? And at this moment, everybody know what was left for you. So now everybody questioning this person, like, hey, what'd you do with them documents? Like, where do you still have the paper? The paperwork, the paper documents of this person from the from the will, and they looking crazy, like, nah, I ain't got it. And people are questioning, like, where is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what'd you do with it? Because I believe we asked around and somebody had to walk away with the documents. And everybody know it's this specific person. They playing stupid. And the Most High is on their head. Like, they are getting the worst paranormal activity that they can ever imagine. I'm talking about they ain't getting no sleep in their homes. They got stuff moving in their homes. Man, they hearing stuff. They seeing stuff. They ain't getting no sleep. They getting attacked in their dreams. They're witnessing these weird illnesses that's starting to come and go, you know what I'm saying? And they going to the doctors. Doctors can't find out what's going on because it's spiritual. The Most High is letting them know that, hey, it's my doing. I'm doing this, and it's gonna get worse. It's going to get worse. Like, you're going to get your paperwork. The Most High is going to make it clear that you're going to get your paperwork of what was left for you and what was yours according to that paperwork that was in that will that they tried to bury. I mean, how dare them? Folks literally tried to slide it, in the tombstone of the person who passed away. And some of them, they took it out overseas somewhere in some type of land or forest of something, and they digged in the dirt and they tried to bury it and tried to put a ritual over it to make it clear as though they didn't want you. They didn't want you to have it. It was like a personal choice that they made because a lot of other people didn't even know that they did it. Like, a lot of people didn't even know that they went out their way and did that. That was something they did personally without other people even knowing. But people was questioning, like, okay, where's all the documents at? Like, they kept asking them. And they're like, what you mean? Trying to play stupid. And the Most High he's putting on people to question, what happened to these documents to other people, to this person, to even more expose them even more. Like bringing it out to the light. They tried to bury it. The Most High is bringing it to the light. Like, no, you're not about to just go ahead and think that you're gonna get away with something like that. This is something that I orchestrated for this person. How dare you go out your way because you in your feelings and you feel some type of way? Because at first, they had the paperwork and they had it with them because they thought that they could steal your inheritance. They could steal what was left for you. So they had the paperwork. They was gonna, start doing, they started doing the fraud, signatures and, doing all these scams in the courts and in the banks and stuff. And it failed. It didn't go through. Like, it failed. Like, people was like, this ain't gonna work. They rejecting this. It doesn't seem legit, in every little corner that they tried to do. It wasn't working. Like, nobody was buying it. Nobody. The banks weren't buying it. The courts weren't buying it. Nobody was buying nothing that they tried to do, right? So what they got mad and they was like, okay, well, this person's still not going to get it. I'm just going to go out my way and I'm just going to hide the documents, right? So all these crazy thoughts was coming in their head of, okay, so how am I going to do it? And the stupidest thought that they put in their head was, I'm just going to hide it in the dirt. Or some of y'all family, folks, one of them was saying, was thinking like, okay, well, once the funeral hit, I'm just going to slide it in the tomb. Underneath them. Slide the paperwork in the tombstone. Underneath them. While we going around in the funeral, everybody saying they ones and twos, I'm going to do that, boom, slide it in there where it cannot be found. Because once they get underneath the dirt, so remember, it's always underneath the dirt. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if they dig it, one of them dig, if one side of your family, whoever, just know it's two options they tried, but they wanted it underneath the dirt. So if they slide it in the tombstone with them, the body's going to go and the casket is going to go underneath the dirt. So it's still underneath the dirt. And some of them, they probably was too embarrassed to do that. So what they did was they went overseas or somewhere and they start digging in the dirt. And they planted it in the dirt. And it's like, when you look back at it and you're like, dang, are you that butthurt? Like, why are you going over, out your way on this and this extent of hatred and jealousy and envy over this person when you didn't even have to do all that? Like, what made you even do this? Because once that you figured out that you can't steal what was theirs, don't you think you should have just made it relevant of sending the documents to this person? I mean, you already crossed the line trying to steal and it didn't work. So now you butthurt about it and you feel some type of way to that extent where you're trying to now hide it to where they can never find it. As if it's not going to come to the light. Remember, you trying to steal the inheritance came to the light. And now, you felt as though you're going to get away with hiding it in the dirt. As if it's not going to be traced. As if it's not going to be found. It's crazy. Like, people in their head, the things that they do from envy and jealousy and strife, it's crazy. That's why the Most High say cast it down, because it grows. Like, jealousy, it just don't stay the same. Jealousy and envy, it continues to grow and grow and grow till you start doing some crazy old stuff that you never thought you would ever do. That's why he said cast it down. When you feel it, you feel like you jealous of somebody, or you feel like you envious of somebody, you cast it down right away. Because if you don't, it will grow on you. And like I said, we human. Jealousy and stuff like that is gonna come up, and you a lie if you never felt jealousy. If you didn't have that jealousy that came up on you, if you felt like, dang, why me? Why couldn't be me? Everybody feel that way, but then you fall in love with the understanding that this is for this person. What's for me is for me. It may not be my time yet. Maybe it's this person's time. It may not be for me. It may be something else for me. These are the things that, a person, with dignity would think of. Because it may come up like, dang, I wish that was for me. Dang, I wish, when it's going to be my time. Or when it's going to be things like that, it comes up. But you start thinking in your head, dang, this is a blessing for this person. I don't know what they've been going through. I don't know their purpose. I don't know the plan of God. But I know this a reason why this person got this. But my time is coming. It's something else that the Most High got planned for me. Let me wait patiently until my time comes. Because my time is coming. Thus says the Lord. But this person took it out their head to snatch something away that was so precious for this person that the Most High have given through another person. And they decided to think that they gonna live a okay, decent, peaceful life off of what they had took from another person. Those who got an ear to hear, stay fearfully and stay wonderfully made.